State explained. Georgia. Georgia is the fourth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. It is the 8th most populated and 24th in size. Georgia is named after King George II of Great Britain. And no, it has nothing to do with the actual country in Caucasia, Georgia, because that is named after St. George. It is nicknamed the Peach State because peaches grow there. Capital and largest city is Atlanta, but another notable city is Savannah. Georgia was one of the original 13 colonies that made the U.S., and is the first state that I've covered that's not in the mid-Atlantic. Instead, it is in what's referred to as the South, specifically
the Deep South,
which is like the South, but even more so. Stereotypes of the South include black people, racist people, redneck people, overly religious people, and delicious food that is also very bad for you. Specifically, Georgia stereotypes include peaches, college football, and Coca-Cola. Even though this is the part of the U.S. that refers to every soft drink as a Coke, this is where Coca-Cola is made. They even have the World of Coca-Cola, which is basically the real-world equivalent of Nuka World. Georgia was a slave state, and seceded and joined the Confederate States of America. It was a key state in the Confederacy because it was one of the first to actually secede before Fort Sumter. And the vice president from the CSA was from Georgia. He's the guy who once said this about black people. Other interesting facts about Georgia is the Cherokee, one of the more well-known Native American groups, were originally from Georgia until they got evicted from their own land in the Trail of Tears. Georgia is the 10th most religious state, mostly being Baptist. Every street in Atlanta is called Peachtree. There's a giant chicken-shaped KFC that beak and eyes move. Lake Lanier is haunted and cursed. DragonCon was hosted in this building with really cool carpet, and after it was torn up, they had the cult of the MARRIOTT carpet. It's not like an actual cult, it's just a group of people who want to preserve the pattern and think it's really neat. I want to see someone paint this camouflage on a miniature. Politically, Georgia is more conservative. Depending on where you live in Georgia, this can be either very conservative or just kind of centrist. Last time the Liberals managed to win Georgia was in 2020, and before that, the 1992 election. There's been one president from Georgia, Jimmy Carter, Mr. Peanut himself. Famous people from Georgia include Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights icon, Jackie Robinson, the famous baseball player and civil rights icon, Little Richard, the iconic singer, and Julia Roberts, the famous actress. Georgia has the third highest production of movie and TV in all the U.S., but notable works that take place in Georgia include the beginning of The Walking Dead, both show and comic, The Color Purple, Forrest Gump. But what do you guys think? Do you like Georgia? You from Georgia? Did I leave anything interesting out? Are you from the country, Georgia? Let me know in the comments below.